The earth is not just a physical place. Earth is a spiritual place. The Bible says we understand through faith that the world was framed by the word of the Lord, that the things that are seen was made out of the things that do not appear. That means that everything that is physical have its footprints from the realm of the spirit. It will mean that the realm of the physical is also spiritual. So whatever give birth to you, you must have the DNA of that thing. I have the DNA of my parents because they are the one that give birth to me. So if it is correct that this earth came from the realm of the spirit, it will mean that the earth is spiritual. And if the earth is spiritual, it means the earth is a being. The earth is not just the environment as per se. That is why you will see the Bible will give an attribute that is human characteristic to the earth. You hear something like, and the earth shall yield her increase. That means that the attribute that is given to the earth is a feminine attribute. Earth is a typology of a woman. The first daughter God ever had was not the woman. First daughter God ever has is the earth. That's why it's called the mother earth. The first being that gave God a seed in life is not the woman. The first being that gave God a seed in life is the earth. In Revelation chapter 12 verse 16, the Bible says, and the earth helped the woman. When the serpent was throwing flood against the woman, the Bible said the earth came and helped the woman. It takes a woman to help a fellow woman. Women supporting women. Genesis chapter 2 verse 7. God left the man he created in the spirit. Anything God starts, he will first start it from the spirit realm before it makes it physical. Because God is a spirit. So whatever that must come from God must first be spiritual before it becomes physical. The fact that thing is physical means it is first spiritual before it is physical. You are not just physical. You are spiritual first before you are physical. That is why when you die, your real self goes and your body returns back to the ground. There is a law called the law of jurisdiction. For everything to exist from any realm, it must first come from the particle of that realm. If God is sending you to Pluto, you must come through the particle of Pluto. If God is sending you to Mars, he must form you with the particle of Mars. You will not just appear in Mars as a spirit. You must have the body of Mars to exist in Mars. If you are coming to earth, you must have the body of earth to exist in earth. Even God as a spirit could not enter the earth without a body. He had to become a man in the womb of Mary, because as God, as spirit, he cannot operate here. He will have to take up a body. Because you exist in any realm, you must have to use the particle of that realm. Even Satan could not enter here. He had to negotiate the body of a serpent to talk to Eve. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Nobody can enter heaven with this body. If you want to enter heaven, you will need the body of heaven. You can't enter heaven as a mortal man. You have to remove this garment and wear the immortal garment. Angels have their body. It's called celestial body. Even at the day of rapture, the Bible said immortality we swallow up mortality. You can't go to heaven with this mortal body because it's against the law of jurisdiction. If you must exist in that realm, you must come to the particle of that realm. So God created man as a spirit. For man to exist on this realm, God now came to the earth and said to the earth, I need a body from you. God borrowed a vessel from the earth to make the man that is spiritual to begin to exist on the earth. When man sinned, came to man and said to man, dust you are, dust you shall return. What is God saying? Man, the body you are wearing is not your body. It belongs to the earth. I borrowed it from the earth. You will die. Death is not just death. Death is removing the garment that belongs to the earth and exiting into another realm. That's what death is. Men don't die. Nobody truly dies. When you die, it means you are checking out from this realm into another realm. In that realm, it is physical to you there. The place you call invisible is visible to them. And this place is invisible to them. You dream.
Yes.
In your dream, don't you see yourself handling things? Driving, handling money. That realm is a spiritual realm. Yet you are there. You are handling things. So it is physical to you. While you are there, do you remember where you were? That means in that realm, this realm has become invisible to you. Here is my point. So anytime somebody dies, God is paying back the earth what he borrowed from the earth. This is not your thing. It doesn't belong to you. Go to the mortuary, you know what I'm talking about. This thing is of the earth. What happens is that when God want to bring you in your mother's womb through the particle of the earth, God will put an agreement period. The day earth will collect back its material from you. It's an appointed for a man to die once. There is an appointment that God has with the earth. Because the earth is falling, it can yield itself to anybody that gives it command. So a man fell, earth went out of course. That means anything can talk to it and it will obey. So native doctors now can go to the earth, dig a ground and call your name and say, earth, that body of that person, take it back. Person sleep and doesn't wake up. Because the earth is not just earth, earth is spiritual. Earth helped the woman. What does it mean for the earth to help? It means it's a being. And the Bible did not just step there. He said, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the sword. So the earth has a mouth. Someone like Jeremiah will come and start talking to the earth as though he's talking to human being. He say, oh you earth, 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 hear you. That means the earth can hear. Jesus, I know in the Bible, when he meets a blind man, the first thing he does, see, you will see. Blind Bartimaeus, see, he saw. For the first time, I saw Jesus did something that shocked me. He met a blind man. The first thing he did in John chapter 9 verse 6, he packed the sand, spat on it, receive your healing. You know why? That kind of healing must have to come through the earth, because the eyes of the person was buried on the earth. So to restore the sight, it must be through the earth. Because to solve a problem, most of the times, you must find that from the root. It is from the root you will solve it. If sin come through a tree of good and evil, to solve the problem that come through the tree of good and evil is through the cross, which is a tree. Cross is he that hangeth on the tree. Man became naked when he fell. For the glory of man to be restored back and man to be covered, Jesus will need to be naked on the cross. So for Jesus to pick the sand, it will mean that something that has to do with sight was done to that man on the earth. The earth was what is holding the sight of that man.